Greetings viewers, my name is Jack the Guide, and today I have created a Terraria building time-lapse of me making a mini golf course based on all the biomes in Terraria. So remember, if you enjoy the video, remember you can like and subscribe to get notified when future time-lapses come out, and also you can go back into the channel and watch a playlist of all my previous time-lapses. So with all that being said, let's jump into the build. Okay, hey, bet you're surprised to start hearing me this early into the time lapse when we're nowhere close to being finished. But I just needed to talk real quick because as you can tell, there's two parts that weren't here that you didn't see in the time lapse, and that's because the recording's just gone. I finished this segment, was happy with how they turned out, hit end recording, started saving it, and then my computer just decided to shut down for no reason. There was just the screen went blue, said unexpected error or whatever, and just restarted the entire thing without giving me any time to actually save the recording. So it's just completely gone. But I just couldn't leave this to just be talked about at the end of the video, because it's just way too big to just leave for a little end note to say, hey, by the way, these two giant parts of the build, which I'm super proud of, you don't get to see at all. Of course, these are obviously the Corruption and Crimson variants build. And for those, I decided to make the two worlds evil bosses for their themes. So of course, for the Crimson, we have Eater of Worlds, which you have to shoot it into his mouth, and I missed, but you just shoot it straight into his mouth, like that. And for Eye of Cthulhu, we have his entire body actuated and set on a 1-second timer, so that it actuates in and out of existence, somewhat to mimic how he fades in and out of existence during his actual boss fight. So if we time this right, we can just shoot it into the Crimson Cave and get it in the hole. So that's how these two turned out. Alrighty, so that is going to conclude our building time lapse. So this is the final build. I'm just going to real quick run you through it because there's a lot to go through. But first off, we're just going to start with the first thing we built, which is this little shop front. So, I'm happy with how it looks. I wanted to add a windmill subwheeler in the build because like that's the first thing you think of when you hear mini golf. It's just like a cliche. Just there's a windmill there. So I added that behind it with actuated blocks and walls, and I think it looks really nice and helps like make this building stand out and not just like little tiny shop. And then I really love how the sign turned out. I had it held up by a giant golf club. I had that idea, and I love how it turned out. So we're just going to move on to the actual holes now and take a look at them. So first one, we have hole 1, which is this giant living tree, which is supposed to represent the forest biome, of course. So you just shoot it into the hole. Super easy. Moving on, you have this little cave that if you just hop down, you can find yourself in hole 2, which is supposed to represent the underground themed hole. So we just shoot it down here, and also keep note that these aren't really supposed to like function as mini golf holes. They're supposed to look nice. They're not supposed to work too well, and they don't, because this one's probably near impossible to get a hole-in-one in, but it's just supposed to look good. So we just hop up here, up this tunnel, we go up the ladder, and we find ourselves at hole 3, which is the desert theme build. So we just shoot it straight over the pyramid and just land it right into this desert theme cave, which is just iconic to Terraria. I always just remember these giant like holes in the ground that lead you to underground desert. So I wanted to incorporate that. So that was hole 3. We have hole 4 and 5, which you've already saw, unfortunately, for unfortunate reasons. But those are, of course, Crimson and Corruption themed ones. I'm not gonna spend too much time on those because I already showed you guys those. But moving on, we have hole 6, which is the jungle theme, where you just shoot it over this bambil into the hive, which is being held up by a living mahogany tree, and just shoot it into the cup. If I can get it in, shoot it in. God dang it. Hold on. Just gonna. Oh god, that was terrible, but you get the idea. So I like how that turned out. We're just gonna move on to 7. We just shoot it up here. This is the snow themed biome where I built this medieval house and I had it frozen over, covered in ice and snow. So we just shoot it up here, so these little platforms. We have these conveyor belts to hold it in the area I want and have it not fall off. So we just shoot it up to this other platform where it gets held, and then we just can shoot it straight up into the hole if we can make it, and just like that. There we go. We move down. We see this giant glowing mushroom, which if you go down to another underground section, which is a glowing mushroom cave, which is where hole 8 is. So we just place it on the T, shoot it over there, cup's right there, so we just shoot it down, and if we make it, yep, there we go, just straight in the hole like that. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. So then we just move on to our last hole, hole 9, it's the hallowed theme biome. You just shoot it straight up if I can make it, but that's all the holes. I'm missing a few biomes. Like I could have made a ocean themed biome or a dungeon themed biome, but I was getting tired of this build. I was spending too much time on it already, and I just wanted to get it done. And also I already did a ocean themed build recently. I didn't really want to make another. So that is going to be it for our video today. I hope you enjoyed watching this time lapse. I'm absolutely thrilled with how it turned out, and you can see in this widescreen image right here all the holes together, and I absolutely love seeing all the biomes together like this. If you want to see more time lapses like this, I try to post a new one every 1 or 2 weeks or so. So if you're interested in seeing any more time lapses from me, keep an eye on my channel, or you can go back into my channel, watch all of my previous time lapses through the playlist that is on screen right here. That is all for today. Goodbye.